Morning, y'all. Happy Thursday. Last rough week before we head into the holidays next week. How are we doing this morning? Let's give some shout outs. Oh, I see Miss Dina Humphreys is on. Good morning. Good morning. We've got Jill on. Let's see who else we've got. Monica's on. Fran is on. Good morning, you guys. How we doing? David is on. Hello, my friend. Christina, Sherry. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Can't hear you. You went mute.
Crazy. I know. Yeah, if you guys want to unmute, come off, say hello. Good morning. Good morning. I love to see it. I love to see it. Finishing off this year strong.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Dee. How are we?
Good.
Good. How's the weather there in Charlotte today?
It's chilly and we're expecting some rain.
Yeah, it's cold here too, and it's been pouring all morning here in Georgia. So never a fun way to start our morning, but hopefully the rain will move through quickly. But yeah, it's been dreary and just wet and rainy. And yesterday was pretty nice. But next week, hopefully, we're going to be heading into some nicer weather. But good morning, guys. Thank you guys so much for hopping on and joining this morning. I was sitting around this morning thinking about, okay, racking my brain. What do I need? What do I need? Right. And I know a lot of times what I feel like I need, a lot of y'all also need to. And for me, it's that reminder of we are all focusing so hard on trying to finish this year out so strong. And it's so easy for us to come into this space, put all of this pressure on us to finish out the year strong, to make our goals. Then we're looking at goal setting for 2026. And how do we not burn out while trying to do all of the things that we're trying to do as parents, as entrepreneurs, taking care of our clients? It's a hard, challenging thing. So that's what I sit up. That's what I'm racking my brain at night, thinking about all the things that I still need to do. And it reminds me that we have to protect ourselves and protect our peace. And how can we still continue to do that, but do our jobs well, show up for our families well, but not burning out? So I know that we all kind of have those challenges. So I kind of wanted to talk about that today, and just reminding ourselves that finishing strong doesn't always mean we have to continue to do more. And it means doing what's most important with the best intention possible. So I've had to remind myself that multiple times over the last couple of weeks, moving into the end of 2025 and then starting to think about goal planning and goal setting for 2026. It can be super overwhelming. Let's see. I'm going to pull a Brock here. And Brock, where are we on here this morning? There he is. There he is. Okay. He's taking Bryce to school this morning. There he is. He's on here. So, all right. Just so I feel like I'm not alone here, y'all put a 5 in the chat if you guys feel you're just so chaotic right now, trying not to burn out. Can y'all let me know I'm not the only crazy person here? All right, Jackie, got you. Yesenia, thank you. D, thank you. It makes me feel a little bit better. I'm not so crazy. Monica, David, yes, we're all fighting. We're all battling all of these emotions of trying not to burn out, but yet still show up and still be there with intention with our family, with our friends, for our clients. So I appreciate you guys being honest with me this morning. And I just kind of wanted to have a safe space to talk about this and maybe some items that are helping us through getting through the burnout. So we can finish off strong and we can move into next week with the holidays. I know for me, next week, I am trying to be very intentional about not working hardly at all unless I have to. I've already kind of let my clients know for my listings, look, of course, I'll be in communication, but I'm really trying to step next week back. So I also want you guys to really just be thinking about how much pressure the expectations and the emotions that the holidays bring. And so it's not a feeling of failure. I have found the last couple of days, all of my holiday traditions, I really haven't honed in on yet this year. And I told my husband last night, I said, we're going to go do our Christmas lights. We are going to go do it. We're going to jam pack it into the last couple of days. But these are items that I think back on that my kids are going to remember that. My kids are going to remember these memories. They're not going to remember that mom was so busy because she's juggling everything that she's juggling. I'm being intentional, and that hasn't always been easy this month. It's been crazy. So I just want you guys to remember that it's not always just about push, 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 go, go, go for business wise. I really have to take a step back and think about what my kids are going to remember. And I want them to always have those memories of this is Christmas time. This is what we always do. We have a park here. It's called Stone Mountain Park, and you hike it, but they also have a ton of Christmas lights. And we didn't go last year. We had a lot of illness last year. And this year, I was so busy and we haven't done that. And we typically do that at the beginning of December. And no, we're going to make it happen. So I urge you guys to be intentional with those. If you haven't done those little traditions, do them because it is so important, and it's our kids' memories and our family's memories. So again, it's easy to just feel that burnout and we're tired and we don't want to do it, but continue to do those things for our families for sure. And I feel like burnout is showing up now because we're trying to finish off the year at full speed and we're consuming more than what we're creating. And the comparison game, right? I hear that all the time. Justine, you make it look so easy, or you look like you have so much fun. Yes, that is true. I do have a lot of fun. It is not always easy, guys. So that comparison can make or break somebody. And I want you all to be aware that don't compare yourself to somebody else's, what you think their life is or their expectations. Be intentional with what you want. It's been a year of growth mode for me. And so I've been trying to really be intentional about, okay, yes, I want people to see that I'm out here grinding and I'm working and I'm successful, but they also need to know that it's not always perfect, guys. Life is not always perfect. So I think when you can have the vulnerability to share that too, that can always help a lot of people as well. So I urge you guys to do that and try not to compare yourselves too much, because it's all too easy to fall in that trap of the comparison game, and that doesn't do you any good ever. So please remember that. Please remember that, especially during the holidays. Everybody's gonna be posting pictures of their trees with 1,000 gifts under them, and that's hard too, right? I always try to be cognizant of what I'm posting because other people see that, they do compare that, right? And you don't always want it to look this polished and professional, because that's just not real life. That's just not real life. So is there anything that you guys are struggling? Just a couple of people want to come off of mute and just explain to me what you guys might be feeling burnt out on, and maybe what you guys are trying to step back on and finish this year strong without burning out. I'd love to hear what some other people's struggles are. I'm going to pick on you if you don't come off of mute. So come on, guys. Let me hear it. What are we struggling with? Come on.
I'll go. Yes. I think, Justine, I think you hit it on the head, right? I think we're in a visually over sensationalized society where we look at everything on the social medias. And I think it's so easy to compare to what everybody else is doing, or excuse me, what else is going on. I will say, I believe it was yesterday, but I heard something yesterday that was just a reminder, and like to be grounded in the reality of like, even though you're doing what you are doing, like for instance, if it's making content, if it's speaking to potential buyers and sellers and feeling like you're not making progress, but you're still having those conversations, even though it doesn't feel like nothing's going on, some things are happening. And I think it's like to actually find rest in your work and the way that you do things.
David, that's so important. And it's so very true because, I tell and I think you and I have had that conversation too, is that, you have to continuously push. And just because you're not seeing those results right away doesn't mean that they're not going to happen, but it's the fact that you're still continuing to show up. You're still continuing to show what you guys are doing in your, it's not just your content, right? But it's your everyday life. I feel like I try to connect with a lot of different people because I can show a little bit more about my day. With what I do with my kids a little bit here and there, right? So I do, it is, that comparison is so, 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 so hard. And that is one thing that I want people to realize with the social media is, can be absolutely amazing, right? You have to utilize it in the right way, but don't let it consume you, and don't let it, if you find yourself where the social media aspect is starting to almost bring you down as a person or how you're feeling about yourself, turn that crap off. It's not worth it. Because I promise you, the people who make it look like it's perfect all the time probably live the most miserable lives. I can 100% tell you that. 100%. So just remember that we are all human. We all have those struggles. We're all struggling right now. Guys, we are all realtors in this industry right now. And or if you're a lender, or if you're an attorney, whatever capacity we're in, it's been a really hard year. It's been a really hard year. So I just want you guys to know that I'm proud of each and every one of you for showing up. Like, you guys get on these calls. I'm not even able to get on these calls every single day with Brock as much as I'd love to, because there's so many people that have poured into me this year that show up every single week. Brock shows up every single day. So guys, if that goes to show you anything, these people that are leading these calls and Brock, they are successful because they are showing up. And it may not be their best day, and it may not be their finest moment, but they're showing up. And that's the dedication that it takes to be successful. But again, today I really just wanted us to have an open conversation about that burnout and how maybe you guys are trying to work through that. I know right now, again, last night I had a conversation with my husband and saying, we haven't done any of these traditions that we typically try to do with our kids. And yes, our kids are older now, but those memories are still really important. So just a good reminder of that today. But let's hear from a couple other people. David, thank you so much for sharing. A couple other
Can I say
people. What we
something?
got? Yes, please, Brock.
So, as I was driving, listening to the good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Thursday to everybody. So, I opened my eyes this morning. I sent a message to Christian, and there was a video I sent him, and several of you I shared this video as well this morning. I probably listened to the video 3 times because the first thing they woke up is I was extremely overwhelmed. And this summit is, I don't know if you ever listened to Les Brown, Les Brown. If you haven't listened to him, go to YouTube. Really great motivational speaker. I've been blessed to be able to listen to him in person. And there's a message that he talks about that says that, like, you're going to do something. People are going to tell you they're going to show up. People are going to tell you they're going to answer their phone. People are going to come through and tell you everything they want. And then when it actually comes into fruition, you're by yourself. And so this week's been that pretty consistently of, like, being overpromised and then just being underdelivered on so many things. And it's just like, shit, I'm freaking right back to where I was. I thought I had this figured out. And I woke up this morning and I was just like, man. And when I heard your message, and Justine, when you texted me this morning, I said, this one's a really good one because the overwhelmingness. And so I'll share with you my strategy, that how I overcome these type of moments that I'm in right this very moment. Is I say this: what was I doing on December 18th, 2024? What was I doing on December 18th, 2023, 2022, 2021? Whatever date you freaking want to put into your calendar, put whatever it is. 99.8% of the time, I have no freaking clue what I was doing last year on this exact date, the emotion I was feeling, let alone 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Would it be fair to say, everybody, and you can do my favorite number, put a 5 in the chat, if you feel that within the last several years, You probably were overwhelmed on December 18th at some point around the holidays, around Christmas. Something was happening in some capacity, in some way, whatever it might be. In the last 5 to 10 years, on December 18th, you felt overwhelmed on this day in some capacity with family, friends, Christmas, holidays, money, whatever it is that you want it to be. So there's several of you that felt that. I can also say with 100% guarantee that I overcame whatever challenge that day was on December 18th, 2024, 2023, 2022, 2021. I can say with certainty on December 11th, 2 years ago, I got hit with a $76,000 court fee. I remember that pretty well because that was not a very exciting time for me in my life. But let me tell you this all, I overcame that. I paid that off and I moved forward. I was pissed as hell during that time, right, Franny? And you know my vocabulary sometimes when I'm not very happy. It is not one of those rated G conversations that I have with myself. But guess what? I still overcame it.
Yep.
So it's the perspective of the mindset, whatever it is that you are dealing with today, whatever overwhelming it is. No, think about it was last year that whatever you were thinking is gone and it's vanished. And just like today on December 18, 2026, what you're feeling today will eventually vanish and disappear. And as I think about my summit and then the overwhelmingness of the financials and the sponsors and the people, and then this problem came up and how are we going to handle this? There's an overwhelmingness. But guess what? For those of you who went to Key West, did you have a good time? Did you
Very
pull
much so.
something from it? Did you get some sort of energy and inspiration? Did you grow from that moment? And that is what I put myself in. I'm like, okay, this is how you always get 3 weeks out before the event. You got to try to figure out where you're going to find several thousands of dollars, and you're going to figure out how many more people you got to get tickets for, and how many hotel rooms that we need to do. Like all this stuff will disappear when I put my hand in the microphone and I see people and I watch them grow and I see them transform and I see them change. I have to remind myself of that. So I say to you today, whatever hardship, headache, annoyingness, pain in the ass stuff you're doing, Christmas gifts you still got to wrap, credit card debt that continues to mount, a phone call that you received from a collection agent, an IRS, a letter that came in. I speak to you because I received those, seen those, and felt that. And I share with you that no matter how overwhelmed you are, if you have the faith, if you lean in, you show up and understand. A year ago, you don't remember, and you won't remember this today as well, but you can not show up.
That's right.
You gotta lean into whatever it is that you're doing. So that is my thought process when I heard you sharing that, Justine, that whatever it is, I'm having a shitty day, y'all. But I knew I had to be on this show at 8:15 this morning in some capacity, in some way, to lean into it, because hopefully I can help somebody else out who might be having a really bad day too, and be like, you know what?
And we turn it
We're in
around.
this together, and we're
Yep.
gonna make it work, because I got a new fresh hour coming my way at 9 o'clock. So,
That's
Justine,
right.
those are my 2 cents, and you can share whatever you thought from that.
No, I think it was great, Brock. And you've told me that in time and time again before. What were you doing today last year? Oh, I don't know. I don't remember. Well, exactly. Get your shit together and move forward, right? And guys, it's so true. And again, this is why we wanted to pour into people. This is why I committed to Brock to show up every Thursday. I've never in my life done a podcast, none of this, right? But if I can help one of you say, you know what? We're going to move forward. It's okay. If I can share my vulnerabilities with you to let you know that it's okay, then it was worth it. It's worth every bit of that hard time of showing up. But again, the burnout right now, especially, again, finances, business, relationships, family, children, there's so much that consumes us all day long. And I think the holidays, it's almost not even as special as it used to be anymore. I think back to my childhood and my holiday memories, and it was time spent with my grandmother and baking cookies and, doing all of those things, watching old Christmas movies and It's a Wonderful Life and Prancer. And, I talked about that with my daughter this morning on the way to school. I said, what, we talked about our favorite Christmas movies. And I said, you know what, this weekend, I'm going to make her watch Prancer with me because that's what I used to do every single weekend that around the holidays. I'd go to my grandmother's house and I'd watch Prancer. She didn't have much to choose from, but it's taking that step back, guys, and living in those moments that is really hard to find sometimes, especially when we are go, 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 go. Sarah Long, I think, is on here. She is my assistant, and her and I have a lot of conversations around this because we are both moms, and we actually met in our kids' kindergarten class, Sarah, 7 years ago? And so, again, forming those relationships with people, but it is just such a great reminder of let's get back to where we first started, right? And creating those little memories in our kids' school classroom, right? And yes, our kids get older and older each year, but we still want all of those memories to be there, and those special times, we want them to feel that. So again, that's really why I wanted to. Yep.
I want to. What you just said was very, very important, and it might have went over somebody's head. So I'm going to really lean in and talk very, very purposeful at this very moment.
Please.
I don't care what you have going on in your life. You control your life and the decisions around it. How any circumstance or anything else comes to you, you are defined by how you react to it. I will also say this: nothing will get in my way of my children having a Christmas moment. Not one single thing. I watch Rudolph. I watch Charlie Brown's Christmas special.
Yep.
It's the winner, huh?
Frosty Snow White. I do all these
Thank you.
things no matter what takes place. Even the person who's talking excited right now, because he probably doesn't realize he's not on mute. But even that, you control that. I don't care if you just take Epsom salt and throw it in the air and pretend that it's snowing for your kids. You control your time, your schedule. Nobody else controls it except for you. And if you come up with excuses and anything else, shame on you. You can control your time with your significant other, your best friend, whoever it is in your life. You have to make time, and if it's not in your calendar, it won't exist, and I can assure it. That's why I always tell people, show me your calendar and show me your bank statements, and I can tell you exactly what you got going on into your life. So just really lean into what Justine just said, don't create excuses. Spend time with your kids. Spend time with your family. Go get hot chocolate. I just freaking make hot chocolate with the kids, and we just sit around. Those are the things you need to do, all. That's what that really resonated with me when you said that, Justine.
I'm glad because it is a very overwhelming time, the time of year right now. And it's been a hard year for us all in the industry. And so, it was a good reminder to me as well, guys, taking that step back and truly remembering what these memories are for us, for ourselves and our children. So, I appreciate each and every one of y'all again coming on, listening to my banter, Brock and I going back and forth, and y'all just being here. I did kind of put together a 5-day peace over pressure challenge. So I'll kind of explain the couple days and what the challenge is, and then happy to send it to all of y'all if y'all want that as well. But
just put it in the Facebook group too, so that way people can go to that.
Yep. So day one, have an intentional start. So before even checking your phone, pausing for 60 seconds and asking yourself, what do you need today versus what somebody else may need, and honor that one thing. Write it down, whether it is something that you just type in your phone as a text to yourself or a memo to yourself, or writing it on a piece of paper. Day 2 is going to be about boundaries, and boundary check, guys. Saying no to one thing that really drains you, but saying yes to one thing that fills you. And don't worry about giving an explanation to anybody. Be confident in that boundary that you're setting for yourself. Day 3 is going to be presence over perfection, and being fully present in that moment for that day. No multitasking, no scrolling, and even just giving that 5 minutes of intentionalness. So that would be day 3. And day 4 is going to be your release day. Write down 3 expectations, pressures, or comparisons that you're carrying that really you have no control over, guys. And I think letting those things loose and releasing those help you out a lot. And then day 5, I want you to end it with a day of gratitude. Write down 3 things that you're grateful for and 1 thing that you're proud of yourself for. Because, guys, it's so easy to not celebrate ourselves, and even in these small little successes. And we need to be able to do that. We need to be able to celebrate ourselves. And even if that's writing it down, saying, I'm proud of myself for. So I hope that that 5-day challenge will help you guys kind of just release some of this pressure. We can move into 2026 with clarity and try not to burn out, guys. Try not to burn out. That's the goal here. And you guys should all be proud of yourselves. You're all showing up for yourselves. You're all on this call today because you're wanting to pour into yourselves and your future and your family. So that is what I have for y'all today. And just please keep in mind, don't let the pressures of this time of year and the holidays burn you out, because we are meant to create these memories to hold on to and be able to look back 10 years, 20 years from now and enjoy this time of year. So finish out the year strong, make those memories, guys. And please, if you haven't already, get your tickets to Nashville. Guys, I can't explain to you how much each and every one of these speakers has poured into me over the last year. And now I'm able to create something to pour into you guys. And I hope to see each and every one of you there if we haven't seen you there already. And Brock, you know I'm going to ask for a discount. So come on. What we got today? What do we got today if nobody has bought their ticket just yet? What can we do?
It was funny. I was just looking at somebody. So today, what we're doing is we're doing Bring a Friend Day. Family and Friends discount today. Family and
I like it.
Friends discount today.
All right.
So you buy one, you get one free. You buy
Heck
one,
yeah.
you get one free. So if you got a family or a friend or somebody you want to take with you, there's buy one, get one free day today. I actually just somebody just sent me a text message is saying, I got a friend coming. I have a friend joining me on this trip. Kindly advise how much it would be for the second ticket. So I'm responding to this person because it just has like their handler, and so I got to figure out who it is. So yeah, if you got a friend and you want to partake in it, guys, there's plenty of room. We got a video coming out. I did a video of the hotels. The hotels are huge, all. They got 2 queen size beds. You got a pull out couch. You got a microwave, a full fridge, a full stove. I was just like, wow, this is pretty nice.
I know we
So
can actually cook a meal if we wanted
you
to.
could, so you want that microwave popcorn late at night, or you want to put it on the stove when you get back from downtown Nashville. It's gonna be crazy. I can't wait for Monday night. Have you ever been to Luke Bryan Bar? It is insane. And I
It's so
was
much
like,
fun.
it
So much
is.
fun. We're gonna have a
I'm
blast.
pretty excited. So yeah, so if you are part of it, let me know. We don't have a code for the friends and family, so you got to DM me, reach out to me. Grace, could you put my contact information and Justine's contact information? So if you do have somebody who wants to be part of the friends and family, guys, the rooms are 180 a night. So if you got 2 or 3 people, it's $90 to like $65 a night.
I'm
For you to
stacking
come out
4
there.
in my room. Yeah.
Yeah, so like it's pretty cost wise in flights after January in Nashville. It is it is very reasonable for flights, like less than $120. So at least from Charlotte. Um, when you click the link, Dawn is saying something to me. Unless you bring your 2 daughters, mom gets the bill. Yeah. God bless you, D, on that one. I am on my phone, so I'll let me just answer this question, then we'll let you close it. When you click the link, it says no rooms for the group rate. Because you guys are past the deadline. All right, so do you see how overwhelming this happens really quickly?
You get to
So
make another call, Brock. You're gonna pull us out some extended dates for that.
Yes, so you're going to have to call me directly or DM me so I can get you the group rate because you're past the 15th now. I can still get you the group rate, but you got to reach out to me because I have to personally get you in touch with the hotel. So I try to get away from this headache, but they would not allow me to do it. So that's what I have to deal with. So if you didn't get the hotel, you need to get it, because I can still get you the group rate, but you got to DM me, text me, or email me, and all my contact information will be in the chat. I'm pretty easy to find on that. So there it is. Grace just put it out there. That is the website. You got to put my email, brock.zevan@gmail.com. So I'm done jibber jabbering. Also, one more thing. Sorry. If you want, I effed up yesterday. I so am upset myself. I missed my coaching yesterday for my clients. I do group coaching, and I got special group coaching today. So what I'm going to do, because it's my last one, the rooms are $180 a night. And some of them are $169. My last thing, my coaching today is going to be at 1:00 to 1:30. It's a special coaching. I'm going to open it up to anybody and everybody. I'm going to give you prompts that I'm using today that I got from Drew Thompson. All you know, Drew. I got them yesterday. I'm going to share with you artificial prompts that I'm using. It's from 1 to 1:30. We will put it in the Facebook. You got to go to Brock Zevan's Mindset Motivation. We'll put it in the Facebook. I'm going to do a special. Anybody can come to it from 1 to 1:30. It's my last coaching of 2025. So if you want to be part of it, Grace, put that information out there. Get them on the Facebook group, and I'll do it. All right, I'm done now. Close this out, Justine, for tomorrow. Frank McKinney. Damn, I'm excited to see him.
Nice. All right, guys. Well, again, please take this time. Remember to be intentional with your time. Remember what matters most right now. The work will still be there. And guys, finish out the week strong. We've got this. Brock, what are we doing next week? Are we on for next week?
Oh, yeah. Last 5 episodes next week, y'all.
All right.
Last
all right.
5 episodes next week. 250 to 200. No, 248 to 257 coming next week to close us out for the year.
I love
It's
it.
a lot. It's a lot.
I love it. Well, let's finish out the week strong, guys. Remember, try not to burn out. Utilize this 5-day challenge and let me know if it works for you. If it takes a little bit of pressure off, but y'all finish off the week strong. Be intentional with your time. Be intentional with your family, friends, and loved ones, and make it an amazing day. Love you all.